I'll start really quick. Okay, so I wanted her to share with you guys what's been working for her when life gets hard, when your day to day gets hard and you don't want to show up, what's been working for her in this business and how she's been reaching her goals and just pushing through the hard times. So, you can unmute yourself if you want. I have her presentation, so she's going to kind of lead us through this since I'm the one that's going to be sharing my screen. So I'm going to mute myself.
Hi, girls. I'm super freaking nervous, but I'm super freaking excited that she asked me to do this. So I'm going to wait till she gets that up. Hopefully it works. I do better with visuals, so I had to do this, right? All right, so everyone can hear me? Everything's good? Okay, good. Okay, so without going into detail on some of the things that I have been going through, life has handed me some things lately, like particularly in the past like few weeks, that could have derailed me, like completely throw me directly off my game. I could be sleeping in my bed all day every day because things aren't great. So I'm not going to get into what they are because nobody needs to hear my sob story. But I do continue to plug away at my business, and I'll share why I do that. But just to give you like an outlook, last month I did allow some of these things to really get to me, and I didn't hit Success Club. I didn't hit it. I was close, but I didn't hit it. But this month I said, no more. And I'm already at Success Club 8. And that's, for a newer coach, I feel like that's pretty good. It was organically done. So yeah, so I'll start sharing what I've been doing. You can next. Okay. So my top 5 tips to stay focused in your business to hit your goals. So I put this out there. Life's going to pass by you anyways. So why waste your time being miserable and stagnant in your business? You don't grow from being comfortable. So I think that this is like my mantra for my whole life. Like, if I just continue to stay still, I don't continue to grow, and I continue being just as miserable as I have been, So next. It's really weird not being able to press the button myself. Okay, so number 1, it's going to be remember your why. And this sounds so cliche and it's, played out, but hear me out. Like, you need to have a strong why. For me, it's financial freedom. And some of that is because I used to work in a bank and I have financial freedom blasted in my brain. But the other piece of this is the things I'm dealing with are probably going to cost me a lot of money. So I need to make sure that my family is financially stable. If I just sit at home and do nothing to help that, what am I doing? I'm making things worse, So for me, that's a great push. It was to get off the couch, to start working my business, plug away at the things that make me money, because my family depends on it. Plain and simple. So basically, you need to sit down, you need to write down, no fluffy, oh, I do this because it keeps my mind busy. Like, no, I do this because, whatever, it's fun. No, sit down and figure out, why the heck are you doing this daily? Because that's what's going to keep you going. So, number 2. Maybe. Okay. Number 2 is to share about it. So on my stories this week, I have literally been showing my real raw emotion. There are days where I just didn't want to do anything, but I talked about it. I didn't specifically tell people what was going on. I just, I went on there and oh, bye. It's okay. I can keep talking. So I went on there and I showed it. My voice was kind of shaky in some of my stories because I was on the verge of tears. But I still shared my day, and I shared how I was feeling without telling people what was going on. And I want to tell you guys what I got from somebody who follows me. And I told Sarah about this, but this was a girl who disliked me in high school. Like, I dated her brother. She hated my guts. like hated me. So she sends me this message and I was blown away. And this is all from just what I've been sharing. She said, "Thank you for sharing your vulnerability and telling the world your story. I know it's hard, but words can't describe what an inspiration you have been to me and others. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have taken this opportunity to better myself. Showing that vulnerability, being yourself, really made me trust you and inspired me." So when you think you're just falling apart or you're a boring person or what you're doing just isn't important, it's important to somebody. Somebody's watching, somebody's listening. So you need to keep going. Number 3, before I get emotional on that one. Okay, number 3 is focus on yourself first. Again, this is kind of a fluffy one, but seriously, it is so true. I don't know what that looks like for everybody else, but for me, it truly is working out. That has been my stress relief, and maybe some wine, because wine. But earlier this week, I was literally like I was like in the dumps, and it was a rest day for me, and I just couldn't pick myself up off the ground. And you know what? I said, screw it. I got up, I went and did a workout, and I'll tell you what, like I felt a million times better, and I got back right back into work. So you really need to find what this looks like for you. Like what makes you feel fulfilled? Is it reading? I don't know. Is it reading your personal development? Is it going and getting a massage? Is it getting like a facial like I did today? Is it going to church? Maybe that's what fulfills you, you know? You have to find that thing that makes you feel good about yourself. And that's what's going to keep you feeling good about your business and wanting to push forward. Number 4. Kind of flying through these, sorry. Number 4 is pride. And this one might sound a little shallow, so I apologize ahead of time. But we have told people on the internet that we are doing this, that we are coaches, that we have something to offer people. When you disappear because life gets hard, they win. They're like, shit, I knew shoot. Give up. Nuh-uh, not this girl. And not any of you. Because people are waiting. Like they are waiting for you to fail. So don't do it. Don't fail yourself. Don't fail them. Don't, prove them wrong. And they're just going to end up joining you anyway. So just keep doing what you're doing, And finally, number 5. This one is probably my favorite. So when I was doing that workout on Wednesday, Amala talked about grit. And that's what got me through the workout. He talked about what grit was. So number 5 is literally something I've been doing that I didn't even realize I was doing. And it's the hard freaking truth is to just freaking do it. Like, if you like truly care about this business, if your reason is big enough and you truly care, and then this is something you want, then you're going to put all the BS aside. You're going to put your big girl panties on. It's supposed to say panties, not patties. Panties on. And you're just going to go for it. And you're going to do it. And that's just the hard truth. Like, if you want this, you are going to do it. Sure, you might have bad, hard days. And sure, life might just slap you directly in the face. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That doesn't mean you just give up on your goals, right? Like, I don't see any of you saying, oh, my challengers are like, oh, I had a rough day. I ate like poop. Well, you're going to say, oh, that's okay. Come back when you're ready. Nope. You're not going to tell them that, right? You're going to tell them, let's clean it up, get back on, and let's keep going. Not, hey, fold it in and come back when you're ready. So why would you do that on your business? You wouldn't, right? Perfect. So that's my big one, number 5. There's a few more because I had little quotes that I like. So one more. So when you stop, it hurts more to start again. And so he was talking about how, like, okay, so squat jumps, they suck after 60 seconds, correct? But when you stop and then you try to get back into it, it hurts even more. So this is essentially the same thing. When you stop, it's harder for you to gain momentum again. So don't stop. Just keep going, even on your hard days. Share it, be proud of it, let it fuel you. Let it be the reason that you just keep going. Yeah. I think that's it.
Oh my gosh, so good. I love quotes. So I loved that last one. I wanted to take a picture so I could post that right away because it's so true. Um I think it's like anything in life, like when you're going to college and you stop going, it's 10 times as hard to like do it again. Whenever you slow down, it's hard to start something again. And yes, especially with his workouts. Yes.
I feel like I just blasted him all up, but he's seriously like, if you are any of you doing it? Because he's like, I thought he was going to be some like big bro dude, and he's not. Like, he is like one of the most inspirational people I've ever seen. Like, truly, like, he's pretty cool.
I thought I was going to be terrified. That trailer makes him look way
Yeah,
scarier.
he looks like
Way scarier.
he looks like a big jerk. He's really not. Yeah, yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God. So I would love for you to just kind of talk, and I know you're at home working, but talk about like when you do get to like sit down and work, because I know you've talked a little bit about this with me, like when you sit down to work, like what does your power hour or hours, like what does it look like?
So when I do get a chance, so basically what I do is either I wake up first thing in the morning. I wake up at 4 a.m. every single morning, no ifs, ands, or buts. And I either work out or I work. So if I don't do it then, I do it in the afternoon when he's napping or when he goes to bed. And that's just how I structure my day. And I'll get about an hour or two of work when I do work. So what I do is I sit down and initially start, like every day I have a different task that I do to connect with followers or to connect with the people following me. So every day I'll follow, like I do a different way of, how am I making this sense? Different way of talking to people or getting to know people. So like one day it'll be connecting with my current followers or following up on DMs, things like that. The next day will be going to a big blogger that I respect and like, or in that like I would find people that I truly like through that blogger. So I will go to their followers and I will comment on their things and I will look for people that I truly enjoy. So I'll do that one day with bloggers, and then I'll go to like somebody who's my ideal client, and then I'll go to the people who follow them and just make connections. So that's what I do daily for about a half an hour, 45 minutes, and just do connections. And then after that, I will do like checking on my boot camps, anything that I need to do for like an upcoming promo. Like I just did all my stuff for my promo. So that's pretty much how I structure it. First, you get like the main things, like the money making activity. You got to get that out of the way first. So, because that's the thing that's going to make this work.
No, I love that. I love like the eat your frog actions, because
Yeah.
inviting is the last thing. It's the last thing I want to do. I love talking to people. I could message people and talk to people all day long, but yeah, the inviting thing is not my cup of tea. But if you want to build a business, you have to do it. So 100%. I love that you put those things first. Did you guys have any questions for her? I saw we were talking about the video, the get to know him video. I think I saw it, but I never actually went and watched it. So that's what we're talking about.
I actually did watch it, and he talks about like his mother and like how he got brought up, and like he's like a pretty deep dude. He's got some stuff.
I'll have to go find it.
Yeah, because he came from like nothing. Like he came from like the hard knock life. So pretty cool.
Those are like the best stories. I love those.
Yeah, he's great. What was the tea and grit? I don't know. I think you have it on your slide. The tea and grit.
I can share again. Hold on.
Oh, it's okay. I got it right here. The tea and grit is take time to do it right. So I also kind of wanted to talk about what grit means. So grit, in case you don't know it, the definition is courage and resolve, and it's strength of character. So essentially, that's what you're doing in your business. Every day in your life is going to throw you a curveball. You need to have the courage to keep going, the resolve to make it work, and that's going to build the strength in your character. That's it.
No, I love that, the first year in Summit, and I have, um, I don't know what the rest of it is, but it is. It's called Grit, and then it has like has a little more to it by Angela. It's on my shelf, Angela Duckworth. But that was my first year at Summit. Someone talked about that book, and it's not a skinny book. It's not a fast read, but they were just preaching about it and preaching about it and preaching about it. I need to go back and read it, but I do remember that it was really good. So if you guys are looking for a good leadership PD to read, because I think it's really important to have a leadership personal development book or podcast or whatever, like alongside your maybe like devotional or motivational one. So yeah. Any other questions? I was trying to think if I had another one for you, but I really wanted you to like share your schedule, because I know that when you sit down, you're like doing this and doing this and doing this.
Thank you, Cassie. Sorry, Sarah, you froze. I didn't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
My biggest takeaway: wake up at 4 a.m. No ifs, ands, or buts. LOL. Wake up at 4 a.m.
It's just something that I started, like, I've been doing that since I lived on the East Coast. Like 4 a.m. is just my jam. Like, I used to get up and drive to the gym at 4 a.m. So yeah, it's just embedded in me. I don't know how I'm going to get used to it going back to the East Coast now. It's like 1 a.m. No, I'm wrong. I'm going the wrong way.
No, yeah. I don't want to be like, you're crazy. I mean, I don't get up that much later. But you know what? You do what you got to do. And you have to get up. Like, if you feel more productive in the morning or you're going to get more done, you have to freaking get up. Like, that's the divide. That's the line in the sand. Successful, unsuccessful. What are you willing to do to put in the time for this business? Like, that's the bottom line. And it doesn't have to be like 2 hours or even a full hour in the morning. Like, if you have half an hour to get up and just get those invites done, because you know in your head, when you get home from work, you're going to do all these other things, and that's going to be the last thing on your totem pole. And then you're going to be mad, you're going to be upset, and it's just this downward spiral of pushing it off and pushing it off and pushing it off. And yeah, it just goes downhill from there. I've been there. I was there a lot my first year, and it played a really big role in where I'm at now. And I can't look back and be like, oh, I wish I would have done that and this and this. I'd be so much farther. It was learning time. And I think we all hit a point like that in our business where we're like, okay, I learned that I really can't do this, or that this isn't working for me. So I just need to suck it up, and I need to do something different that's probably uncomfortable, but that's really going to change my business. Bottom line. Okay. Well, if no one else has any questions, we can wrap it up. Thank you for sharing though. I personally, I just haven't really been inspired by you, just with talking with you and knowing the things that you've been going through. And I'm like, oh, she's still showing up. Like, with me being I know you guys all know your Enneagram types. Like, I just want joy. So anything other than joy, like if I'm sad, it's like tenfold. So like when I have a bad day, I just want to like sink, no one see me. And she's like, yeah, my day sucks, but I'm just going to do this. And I'm like, oh, I wish I could be like that. I'm like, I need to be like that. So I'm really glad that you shared this with them and that you had the awesome presentation. So thank you. I really appreciate it. It was awesome. So anyways, oh wait, there's a question. I lied. Cassie said, did you having an actual why make the difference with you going all in this time?
Yes. Yes. So the reason that I am like really pushing hard, you know what, I'm just going to throw it out there. My reasoning is because we just got thrown on us that we have to move across the coast again. And now we have to do it with a 1-year-old, and we're not happy about going back there, but we have to do it. And I'm going through some health issues that I don't know how to get them resolved. So it's going to cost us a lot of money. Irregardless, whatever we're going, it's going to cost a lot. And our marriage is getting very broken by everything that's going on. So that's what caused me to literally go, I have no choice. It's like, I love what I'm doing, but I literally have no choice. I just have to do this. Like, I have to provide. So when I think you have something, like before I was like, oh, this is fun. Like, this job is fun. and it's making me money being a stay-at-home mom and I get to talk to people, but really when you have like a reason that's like deep, like something, it motivates you, man. Like it just sets your soul on fire and just like go. So yeah, that's what really made me do it. I think you really have to dig deep to find out why you're doing it. Because if you just do it for the fluffy reasons, you're going to have a fluffy business. So, yeah.
No, super true. Yeah, fluffy equals fluffy. I tell everyone, like, if it doesn't, I don't want to say if it doesn't bring you to tears, but like, yeah, if it doesn't like give you the goosebumps or like make you emotional to some extent, then like that's not your why. That's not it. Like, dig deeper. I know, right? I'm over here like, just smile. No, thank you for sharing. Yes, it's just nice to hear transparency and vulnerability. It's important to hear.
Well, I preach it, so I might as well give it,
Mhm. No, thank you. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up. Have a great Sunday, guys. Thanks for being on. I'm going to put this up as soon as I finish ending the recording. All right, bye.